From Albuquerque, we're at Silva Lanes for the title matches of today's JBT tournament. Got both divisions in the title match at once, so we'll try and catch a little bit of both of the action. In the scratch division, it's the debut of the endless 10th frame format. If you follow the PBA Tour really closely, you saw that over a summer session a couple of years ago. It's just like normal bowling, but if they strike on their fill ball in the 10th frame, they have the opportunity to continue bowling, adding 10 pins to their score as long as they can continue to strike. So you can be trailing by 100 in the title match. As long as you strike on your last shot, you'll have the opportunity to come back. We haven't needed one yet, as newcomer to our tour, Jack Frost III, has made mincemeat out of 3 different opponents. Jack from Colorado, and he has, on his first JBT event, gone through 3 tough scratch opponents. He's beaten Chris Brown in round 1 after they tied at 201. Jack won the roll-off. Then got by Roger Johnson and Arizona's Nick Lee here to get to the title match. But he's got his hands even fuller now as he's taken on 32-time champion Cameron Smith, having just won 32 right here at Silva's yesterday. Different pattern today, different format, same old Cameron Smith at the top of the leaderboard. He is determined to continue piling up the impressive numbers that he's piled up all season long. He's the all-conference point leader by a mile. He has a chance at winning Bowler of the Year in 4 different conferences, every one we run except the Northwest. He has entered the weekend in New Mexico, 3rd in points. He's going to dig into that. Both Chris and Nick also made the top 5, so he won't be able to advance too much, but every point counts, as you all know on tour. That was the 5th frame that he spared up that 7th in. And he's leading right now by 21 pins. Over here in the handicap division, top seed Derek Webster is that gentleman right over there. He's getting 29 pins of handicap against this guy, Jerimiah Martin, who's trying to reverse a frustrating finish yesterday with the title today. Yesterday, Jeremiah made the top 5 and lost to 7-year-old Geraldine De La Garrido, which everybody lost to Geraldine as she climbed the ladder to win yesterday, and I got to give him credit straight off. That can be one of the most aggravating things in the world for one of the bigger guys to lose to a little 7-year-old girl, and he handled it with a lot of class, so hats off to him for that. He's part of this whole Silva Lanes crowd where there's little rugrats like these guys running all over the place all the time, so he knows how to deal with that, but I was still very happy with him the way he handled that. And now here he is back bowling for the title again today. He's got 10 less pins of handicap, and he said no problem. Webster, your classic beginning bowler, no-thumber. And they are both everybody's bowling quickly, so we'll try and keep up with it here. Oh, and Frost races by the 2-pin. Jack has bowled games of 201, 248, and 216, all in this pair, but the wheels are coming off right now as he's only got 82 in the 6th, which puts him at a 160 pace. Maybe he just wants to use the endless 10th bonus week. I've said I've gotten very mad that I made this whole pretty little sign here for nothing if they don't use it. We'd rather not, Jack. We'd rather you, just do it on your own. I think it's highly appropriate, by the way, just got to say this, that it was a really, really cold morning this morning in Albuquerque, and there's a lot of ice crystals on all the glass in the windshields. Some of you would refer to that as frost, and here is Jack Frost bowling for the title. I thought that was pretty awesome. And there's 10 more in the pit for Smith. He extends his lead to 33 for that strike and make it 43 if he can double up in the 7th. Cameron dominated the tournament yesterday, leading all 8 rounds, but didn't bowl a very good title match, yet it was still enough to win against Riley, as both bowlers struggled in the title match yesterday. Here, Cameron not bowling a game that is up to Cameron Smith's own lofty standards, but again finds himself comfortably in the lead. Although comfortable is one thing, there is no such thing as a safe lead in this format. Very exciting if we get to it. Oh, and he hates that shot. Wow. You see the characteristics of both Silva Lanes and the pattern as that ball missed significantly and then almost left an 8-10 in the pocket as there's a lot of oil been pushed down the middle of the lane. The bowled on the Kegel beaten path pattern today. But Silva, generally a pretty oily place no matter what you put out. And again, all that oil pushes to the back end. We saw that 2 weeks ago in Palm Springs, sorry, last week in Palm Springs, as one of our higher rev rate bowlers had problems getting the 5-10 out towards the end of the tournament. Similar situation here, where if you miss left, it won't necessarily go left, it might back up on you. That's Webster's 5th frame over there. He's currently trailing by 21, and again getting 29, so close match over there. And best shot of the match for Frost right there. Newcomer on our tour from Colorado, like I said, Ignacio, Colorado, just north of the border when you go up north out of Farmington. Love to see our bowlers travel and new bowlers have success with us as well. He's throwing the ball really, really well all day long. Qualified first today at -30. As you saw Webster's bowling ball cover up the spare. And improved in match play, 240, 190, 250. This looks great in the ladder, and he's throwing a lot of messengers as well, and he throws another one right there. Rocking the JBT shirt as Martin misses that 610, so gives some pins back to Derek with that open. Jerimiah, the highest rev rate player still bowling, is the extreme cranker delivery. When it's good, it's devastating. When it misses, well, that's why he's still over in handicap for right now. He's got a wide margin for error, but he's still got to get it in the right spot. Webster bowling his first tournament of any kind, entered at 138 and killed it. Went plus 248 today for 8 games. So re-rate coming, but he'll worry about that later. As will we. Wow, it's the same situation there. As I just said, Martin's the highest rev rate player we got, and he 5-10s in the pocket. If you're left right now, all those revs will just hydroplane the ball down the lane. And the same thing happens again to Cameron right here, as he's fortunate to only leave a 2-pin. From what I've seen out of Jack so far, you don't want to give him a second chance, and he's going to have that opportunity here in his 9th and 10th frame, regardless of the bonus. At the 5-10, ooh, almost has it. Great try from Martin. But back-to-back opens lead to a disgusted look on his face. Way to save that, Jeff. 2-pin shouldn't be any problem for Smith, and it's not. Thanks to the whole crew here at Silva, as always, Barbara, Delphina, everybody. Always a fun time here in Albuquerque. Good turnout today. 84 bowlers started today. See what Martin can maintain the confidence after those back-to-back opens. Just continue to attack the pocket. He does, boy. As advertised, if he's in the 1-3, those pins aren't going to stand, period. Not endless 10th and handicap, by the way. That wouldn't work very well, just in case you were wondering. At the 2-8, no, Webster doesn't cover up the back pin. It's going to be getting interesting over there. Wow, and for the 3rd straight time, as Smith's body language tells the story, as he can barely contain himself there, as he does get the ball to what we call turnover, but still turned over so late down the lane that he wasn't able to slice out the 7-pin. He's got to mentally regroup and make that spare here. Here's Martin. And the same thing happening to both cranker bowlers here. Smith and Martin. There's another light hit. Doesn't have the correct entry angle to get the left side of the rack out. Martin's left with a really, really tough 4-8. That's one of the toughest non-split spares on a modern bowling lane. Especially if you hook it at it, look out. And that's exactly, I hate to say, what can so easily happen, taking the 4 off the 8. Sorry, I predicted the future there. Huge shot for Frost. Give him a Frosty! Jack the second off to the right going, yeah, come on, and I don't blame him one bit, as he has climbed right back into this match. So he's got, let me see, he had 82 in the 6th, so he trailed in the match by 33, so he trails now by 13. Can cut it just to 3. Here we go in the 10th frame. Uncharted territory for this young man. Oh! So now here we go with the potential endless 10th frame situation. He's going to be trailing in the match coming into the 10th, but if he can strike on the fill ball, that gives him an opportunity to win no matter what Cameron does in his 10th. And if Cameron opens in the 10th, Jack could still win outright. That was the 8th frame for Webster. It does convert the 10th pin. Even that is certainly not easy in this situation. So unbelievably important for two different reasons that he strikes on this fill ball right here. A, he could strike and not even need the endless 10th frame if Cameron goofs up. But if Cameron doesn't goof up, he gives himself a chance no matter what. Here's the shot. Oh! What a huge trip with the 4. I'll be right back on the scoreboard. So Frost finishes at 181. Cameron Smith 9 outs for 181, but Jack would have the opportunity to throw his first endless 10th frame shot and win the match there. If he doesn't strike on the endless 10th frame shot, we'd go to a one-shot roll-off because they'd end up tied at 181. Are you kidding me? If Cameron does anything better than 9 out, Jack will still have the opportunity to capture the title. Meanwhile, Webster goes 7 outs in his 9th frame, and he's given back the opens that Martin had. He's got 118 through 9. Martin right now with a theoretical 133 through 9, so that one's going to come down to the 10th as well. What a shot for Cameron here, looking for the 32nd win. Are you kidding me? He cannot get that ball to get through the pins right all of a sudden as he just destroys the rack and somehow the 5 stays. Same sort of thing for Martin with a half 10 over there. All right. If he misses this spare, first Jack can throw his endless 10th to win it. If not, it's a one-shot roll-off. Boy, I hesitate to jinx him, but he's not going to miss this 5 pin. Thank you, Kevin. But it still floated the whole way down there. So he's going to win the game, but it's so important for him to strike on the fill ball to set up an endless 10th frame for him. If he doesn't strike on this fill ball, Jack will need 1 strike to win the tournament, I believe. Well, maybe. Once it actually comes down to the count here. 9 would put him at 191 and could give him an opportunity to strike to tie. Wow. Meanwhile, Jerimiah missed that spare, and he only leads by 4 heading into the 10th, and he's got to make up 29, so it's just about over. It looks like Webster's going to win that match. What a vital, vital fill ball for Cameron. And just the last 5 frames in a row, 5 pin, 5, 7, and everything. So Nick was congratulations. So this is strike or nothing, folks. One shot for it all. The count doesn't get strike or nothing. So if he strikes this ball, he wins. If he doesn't, he gets anything but a strike. There you go. Strike on this ball, he wins. Anything but a strike count is irrelevant. Cameron wins. Here we go. He is a winner. Unreal. 191 to 190. Jack Frost climbs the ladder and wins it all.
Nice shot, man.
Wow. That is Jack Frost the 5th combined over there, and they are happy, and who can blame them? What an unreal finish with the endless 10th frame. Meanwhile, over here in handicap, Webster finishes up with 138, and that's enough for a win. He won the match outright by 4. So Derek Webster and Jack Frost are 2 first-time champions. How about that, folks? If you're missing this, you guys are insane. Gotta do it.